Welcome back for another yummy update, my friends. We have just concluded major loser Powell tongue-punching Jackson's booty hole symposium with his conclusion that the US economy is going to get another 3 to 4 more rate cuts or so. And we have just seen Ethereum start to crank through the all-time high. Ethereum hitting its record high. It's touching its all-time high, friends. It actually touched $4,900. Actually, literally poking through its all-time high. Actually comes back and touches it. There might be, you never know, one more little bull flaggy thing before it finally is ready to go. The big level above this is $7,200. So we might see it just makes its way up there. And then what? Well, we'll see, right? Is it all over? Or is it going to be a pit stop? And then it's going to go up for a believer's cycle? We'll see. We don't know. But we've got plenty more things coming your way. Ethereum is pretty much stealing the show all again. The ETH-BTC ratio still below the spot ETF price. So it still is cursed. But the talk of the town is going to be this Bitcoin dominance, friends. Bitcoin dominance is now back to 58%. Which is actually garbage, man, because it's just back to January, and it was still garbage back then as well. So, friends, the racism will stop. The anti-Semitism will stop when Bitcoin dominance gets around 50%, 48 to 50%, around here. I think we're like semi-non-racist at this point, okay? Semi-non-racist. This might be wave 1, right? Wave 1 comes here. And then maybe everyone says, it's over, it's over, it's over. And then something happens and we get wave 2. Maybe that's it, okay? Maybe that's it. And you never know, right? In the next bear market, friends, we might find that Bitcoin, the altcoins, they have a shallow bear market traditionally because the Bitcoin dominance pretty much is like really, maybe making a lower high. I'm trying to draw this triangle down. And then finally, when we come back down here, 2028, 2029, 2030, that might be Ethereum gets closer and closer towards actual Bitcoin flipping. Okay, that might be what happens. Okay, so all I did was just draw a big macro triangle and map it out there. Of course, friends, we don't care about 2028, 2029 now. We're here for the right new. And right new, I'm turbo long. All of us are turbo long. We're waiting for Altseason, right? When is he going to come? Don't know. Maybe next century at this point. The business cycle, though, is starting to tick up, friends, is most important. We can see that as well. If you want to know, friends, so like one of you gentle sirs, might have been a gentle lady this time. Can't tell these days. You asked me, Sommi, how do we know that the business cycle is ticking up? I know we have the long-term indicators. How do we know it's actually ticking up? It's the racist Russell 2000. The racist Russell 2000, see this daily candle, my friend? The racist Russell has smashed up, okay? So the racist Russell, it is the US small cap shitcoins. Okay, it's small caps. Small caps like your punter stuff. It's got higher upside, but also, you know, if they don't work out, Then most of the stocks in the racist Russell, they're not even profitable. I think like 60% of the index, the companies don't even make money. It's literally, it's full on, it's just small cap punter stuff, right? So when that's going up, it means people are optimistic, these companies that are not making money, that they're going to make money in the future. And, you know, the market gets it right a lot of the time. Most of the time it does because the economy is ticking up and these things start to make money. I want to crack on and show more news here for you, friends. So this is a message here from Lix. There's like 10 of us left constantly passing the same money around. So, friends, this is the top daily DEX traders per chain. Okay, unique trader count. It used to be 8 million for soy. Now it's like come back all the way down. So it's pretty much, I think because of this, like it's very hard to see. There might be a data print error here. It's about 75% down. So it peaked at the end of last year and it peaked with the soy ETH ratio, right? So the number of users there is collapsing because, you know, friends, yeah, you know, this is the thing, okay? You know, people say, oh, we love trading. We want to trade. Okay, yeah, you want to trade. But you know what is like better than trading? Like making money. Now, you sitting there in the casino, it only works if you make money. Yeah. Eventually you realize you've been clicking for a year and a half and you're getting nowhere. You're literally getting nowhere. In fact, the people who've been telling you to keep clicking that you subscribe to, they're making all the money. They're making your money. You're getting yield farmed actively. Right? I found this interesting as well, just to show you a revisit, friends. So we have another Steady Lads podcast. This is kind of funny, a comment here from Mr. A. I'm not sure what Udi is on, but the dude just couldn't stop moving. Lower the dose, brother. Which is funny. He's calling for a $400,000 Bitcoin. But just want to remind, just show you, friends. Look, okay, I don't know where the market goes tomorrow, up or down, okay? I know I take good bets, and I'm here to play the whole cycle, and I'm here to wait. I go, oh, because you're a little bitch and you want to sell out and you quit and call everyone else wrong. Okay, keep saying those words. I don't care. I'm going to keep holding. Okay. They stopped their show at the bottom of ETH $1,400, and they said it has no narrative, and then it went up only. So I'm just showing you, friends, you can be really, really, really smart, very high IQ. Doesn't matter. You got no balls, you're not going to make it. Friends, you know, even Warren Buffett, you know what Warren Buffett says? Warren Buffett says, if you have 140 IQ points, he goes, throw away like 20 of them. You don't need it in markets. You basically need big balls. That's literally what he said. Big steel ovaries and or balls. Yeah, they call it like, oh, you need an emotional temperament. That's like old Jador speak when they were driving wooden cars back in the day, and everyone was like, you know, black and white, grayscale, monochrome. That's their way of saying you got to grow a pair, and that's actually true, friends. Udi as well. This is funny at the bottom. Literally, friends, at literally the bottom of ETH BTC, bottom of ETH. He made this long essay saying Michael Saylor is not running a Ponzi and ETH BTC is a great sell at 0.018 because it's different this time. Yeah, he literally said, he goes, no, all these things you don't get. Michael Saylor's amazing. He's the one that can raise money. These things just aren't going to work. He said it's funny. He literally said at the bottom, he said the Ethereum treasuries are not going to work. It's different this time. You could not be more wrong from that moment. I mean, like, it literally went bang, 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 up only. Oh, man, it's funny, friends. That's what happens, right? The truth is, friends, so what's actually going on here? These people are too rich. That's it. They're not hungry anymore. They're not hungry. They're not the hungry wolf anymore. So when you get too rich, you sit on your lair, you sit on the altar, you sit on your throne, and you like talking to people and just feeling a bit important and having people like your stuff and give you validation. That's what happens because you got nothing else to do, right? Like, who knows? Maybe the guy's got 1,000 Bitcoin plus. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like him as a Bitcoin max, he's probably got that. So yeah, like you want to see why is this, friends? Literally, Bitcoin is up. Let's actually get the real move. Okay, so it's not even up for the week. You know what I mean? Like it's still down on the week, but from the bottom, it's up 4%. You know what I mean? He's got the dinger glasses out. He's literally peaking on stream, but you're up 4%. You know what I mean? So but that's what I'll tell you, friends. They all came into Bitcoin when it was doing the 100x, and now it doesn't do that, right? And they're just trying to tell you, well, you know, keep coming to my thing because, you know, you're euphoric over a 4%, but other people aren't. So the market's going to decide. Friendly reminder as well, friends, for Soy ETH ratio. Soy ETH continues to tick down again. It's at 0.04. Everyone wants to sell 0.1. They want to sell it before, never got there. Because everybody thought Ethereum, if it hits 10,000, Soy will be 1,000. So we'll see. But maybe this comes like all the way down here and we'll take it from there. I'm sharing that picture. I saw all the top signals and stuff. I've been calling for a long time on them, how dangerous it was. I'm sharing it. Why? Because just most people are full of fluff. Every mainstream KOL said to sell ETH because it's just not working and buy Soylana. But now, are they saying to sell the soy? No. They're telling you to buy the dip. So a lot of people, friends, they said, oh, don't buy Ethereum, it's not cheap. They just want exit liquidity. All these things on PulseChain and other slingshot leverage on Ethereum, they just want you exit liquidity. Come to Soylana, it's the best because they just want you exit liquidity, right? Okay, now you're going through the same thing if you're in soy. Looks like you want exit liquidity. Are you going to admit it? No. It's an emotional cycle, friends. They're not going to do it. It's literally in the Wall Street cheat sheet. It's playing out all over again. That's nothing different, right? We've seen it thousands of times before. I can actually show it to you now. They're starting to get to anxiety, friends. They're starting to get this. What's it, anxiety? Okay, remember, anxiety normally in the Wall Street cheat sheet, why am I getting margin called? This dip's taking longer than expected. Why aren't we rallying yet? Ethereum just broke the all-time high. What's happening? Like, why aren't I smashing up new portfolio highs? Altseasons are happening. Okay, that's when you get the anxiety. The denial is when they start to see the top signals, and they go, oh, that the denial for the soy part will be, don't worry, we survived. You're gonna see it, brother. I mark my words. Mark my words. You will see the essay or the message come out, friends. I know. Please share it for me when you find someone out there. They'll say, hey, I was here when Soylana was $8. If we survived FTX, we're the great company. We can make it back. We could all come back. That's when you know it's over. when they start talking like that. You know, it's pretty much like saying, oh, we didn't rally as much as I thought we would, but don't worry, we survived that. We can survive World War 3, 4, and 5, which is true, man. But like, it's just showing you it's pretty interesting how the emotional read happens. I wanted to give you this cool update as well. Fed Jerome Powell seems to be the final boss of Altseason. Here he is right now, the final boss of Altseason with the rate cuts. Do you want to know what's interesting, friends? Ben Copen calling for Bitcoin dominance 70%. Friends, you remember this. It's just interesting, right? Look, it happens to everyone, yeah. He said Altseason will start when they cut rates. But now that they're cutting rates, he says, no, Bitcoin dominance still going above 75%. Right? He goes, no, you're still wrecked in altcoins. He goes, no. He's moved the goalpost again. You know, so does it mean it was an amazing top caller? No, because he was just moving the goalposts the whole time. He's just going to keep moving the goalposts forever. Fans, just to tell you, dude, when you get invited to a Bitcoin Maxi conference, you're not talking altcoins, dude. It's game over. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who he is. So you have to remember that, because they go and they meet people. They get invited to private groups and they go, Bitcoin only, Bitcoin only. It sticks in their head, man. They're just like Peter Schiff. They just ossified out here. And you know what? If you're going to ossify in Bitcoin, that's a pretty good place. The thing is, like, you better have about 450 grand in it, because you're going to be excited over a 2x. You will. Yeah, you still can't retire off that in most countries, but you'll be excited over it, right? You get the euphoric hit because you're going to think it's going to do another 2x, right? But if you don't have 450 grand to slap in, you have to take on more risk, which means more upside potential. Remember as well, friends, the total DEX traders are lowering in numbers. It's down 75% from a year ago. It seems like everyone is realizing the trenches are for homoerotic Zoomer kids who are circling a drain in PvP. Stop trading and start believing in something. So yeah, it's true. You can see it just coming down. Like I cover you in the juiciest of juicy news, dude. I know crypto's a casino, but you only make money when people joining the casino think that they can win. When they've just been losing for a year and a half and they've got Orange's toe jam feet in their mouths, they get sick of losing and they want to go play another game. They want to go move to another casino. Remember as well, friends, Andrew Kang, Soyboy, has blocked me because he called for Ethereum to go down to 3,200. And I made this post. I actually replied under him. I go, Andrew Kang, wealthy crypto investor, $100 million net worth plus, is notorious for getting calls wrong. So I think someone showed, he did like a couple of fluke shots. He got like some VC thing. I think he put like, 200 or 500 grand. I think he made like a 400x or something. This is what happens. Friends, I'll tell you, man, don't hate the player. Enjoy the game, by the way. Don't even hate the game. Don't hate it all. Like, you just need one home run. Friends, I walk all around in crypto. How many times I see someone like, bro, how did this guy end up with a lot of money? They don't know what the hell they're doing. And I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like just one thing. Some people say like, oh, but that's, that's the unfair. It's not fair. No, shh. Do you understand how beautiful that is? What if your home run is currently in your portfolio right now? What if you're actually holding a home run right now and it's going to work out? You just need time. It could very well be it, Hopefully it is. You're holding a home run. Hopefully I am. Looking at the first cycle unicorn that goes up, So that's good to know that you don't have to make 30,000 correct decisions to get up there. You just get lucky once, man. You create your own luck as well. So but it is kind of funny. I mean, like being short Ethereum, like you understand, man, like how are you here in crypto for all these years, bro? Ethereum hit through 4,600, whatever it was, or 3,800. It hit 3,800 6 times, bro. And on the 7th time, you put a leverage short thinking it's going to reject. 7th time. And it actually popped up above it and it broke. And you're just, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like you're playing with fire there. But yeah, you will see more soy boys block me as time goes. In fact, fuck them. We don't need them. We never needed them. By the way, do they give us any alpha? Actually, they do. Just to fade them. Do the opposite. Do the opposite of them, okay? You don't actually need them, okay? They're not the hungry wolf anymore, man. They're not hungry wolves, friend. They're fat, obese, on the couch, eating yummy potato chips, and so on, and eating crispy Smiths, maybe some tasty tubes, and throw in some chicken-flavored twisties as well, okay? That's a party. Yeah, it's one hell of a party, right? They're just not hungry wolves anymore, man. It is what it is. Who cares about even changing their mind? Nothing's going to change their mind. They're always going to think they're like the best. Who cares? The market will decide. funny news that came out earlier, friends. I showed this to you on Twitter. The 80,000 Bitcoin wallet, he has, so this is post explaining it. He sent 600 Bitcoin into Hyperliquid. So he put $68 million into Hyperliquid, and then he bought $33 million of ETH. He withdrew it, and he put on leverage on the ETH. Now he's up $84 million on his position as well. Is it rumored Richard Hart? We'll see. Also now, friends, we are at the famous Liberty Swap Finance date. We are now at the 23rd of August. Many people believed, okay, we did a poll, 25% of people believed we were going to peg today on pDAI. Which, I mean, like, all joke, I'll be honest, I voted yes as a joke as well. I voted yes. I just wanted to be like, you know what, let's just have fun. I don't know how many people, like, really think that, but yeah, a lot of people did think that was going to happen. But yeah, we are in this date. There's all these codes and clues and stuff out here. Liberty Swap Finance making posts. Pump tires. It's a reality that 95% of pump tires coins don't last beyond the first pump. Holders sell and move on. Project owners often exit and the cycle ends. But the liquidity pool remains. So now they're talking about the Peacock, P-C-O-C-K token, I guess to retain some of the liquidity and stuff out here from their different coins. Yeah, so something big was meant to happen, I think, on this 23rd August, right? The Soylana bridge is meant to open, and now, like, we're really ramping up the marketing activity because Soylana have a lot of daily active users. Yeah, they're all losing money, right? But they are watching. And speaking of PulseChain as well, we have PulseChain core coins up 8 to 10% today. We got a long way to go. Like I said, if you're selling Pulse under 2.5x sack price, you are selling at an Ethereum value loss. Just to let you know. You know, it's okay to sell for loss if you want to, but I'm just letting you know you're not actually in profit. We're not actually in profit from July 2021 until PulseChain is above 2.5x sack price. Right now, it's only half sack price. So yeah, we've got to go up about 4 to 5x from here. And by the way, that's if Ethereum doesn't move. If Ethereum goes to $7,000, then we need to actually go up. We need to be 3.5x sack price to be break even. No profit, just break even, just to show you. Now, friends, I have had 2 enormously high value videos. Okay, I've mentioned this for you in Juicy News as well. If you spend any time this weekend to yourself, in a family-friendly way, of course, you got to watch these, man. You got to watch Mega Alpha, and you have to watch PulseChain Alpha. These 2 videos, okay? PulseChain is a thumbnail, and Magic, okay? It's literally Richard Hart telling us the playbook from 4 years ago, okay? We have an encapsulated stake. Now, it's on PulseChain. So, effectively, what I have is, I have it here for you, okay? I've got this tweet here for you, just so, like, it opens your mind, because you got to hear it a few times. So here we go. So, basically, you can loan your token to a protocol and redeem tokens for it. There is no selling involved. It would be like if a bank took your dinner table as collateral, but let you borrow $1 million for it. You never sold your table, but you collect $1 million loan for it. Loan, keyword. This is not affected by Evil Genius Stablecoin Act. It's not affected by a tax sale event. And it's not affected by soy. Here are the Mogul glasses with Richard Hart out here. I love that picture of that. Is that the fish here from SpongeBob? I love that picture, friends. Checking it out. So, effectively, what we think is, we don't know, dude. We don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm long. I'm a believer. Okay? I think my video from last year was true. I made this, friends, this is wild. I guessed this. If you type in Eric Wall. Here you go, friends. You have Sommi, and I made an Eric Wall pDAI video here. So it's not, I don't know if it's these ones, but there's one here, friends, from, it was last year. Eric Wall pDAI. Oh, might be this one. So I've actually just opened it up as well. There's an Eric Wall part here. So what I actually did is, this is wild. I don't know where this came from. I downloaded it somewhere from the universe, or some alleyway of crack junkies. Who knows? I tried to look at pDAI from the perspective of Eric Wall in the next bear market. And he's writing his essay to all the Bitcoin maxis to shit on Richard Hart. And I'm trying to imagine, what is he telling them? Okay? He's not saying, I love Richard. Oh, I love Richard. Oh, he's not saying that, okay? He's writing like the nerd kid at school. He's like got a chip on his shoulder. And he's writing like, well, this is what I believed he would be writing was, he writes, oh, I figured out the pDAI magic trick. Bitcoin maxis, my friends, who are totally not gay together while he kisses Udi on the mouth. I believed he would be writing, oh, Richard found a way to scheme, this is the words Eric would use, scheme where he gets to buy a token and he is front running himself because he knows it's going to be able to redeem the Ethereum treasury. So it's a way for him. Remember, I'm talking from Eric's perspective because it's always going to be hater, negative, not going to work, okay? It's always like negative skepticism. None of this is like upside stuff. It's always a downside stuff, right? It's always a glass half empty. So I believe he would be saying, oh, Richard found a way to literally draw out funds for himself, the treasury, OA, whatever it is, because he knew he could buy a token and it was going to be the chosen one to be able to redeem for it. Okay? So it's interesting. It seems to be that. Yeah, it seems to be it. Now, of course, if you're a glass half empty person, you'll be like, oh, that means it's all over. No, it's not all over. What do you mean it's all over? Like, it means it's working. You know what I mean? Like, so one guy gets more richer. Do you want to sit there and like not participate? By the way, how's the trenches going in Soylana with a bunch of poor people? Yeah, how's that working? It's actually not working, okay? When you have a bunch of poor people, you've got like an obese kid and a pimple-faced kid who are literally dumping after 7 seconds of hold time on everyone, telling these like faithless, soulless beings, calling themselves trench warriors, telling them that they're just one click away. Just keep clicking. It's just a skill issue. Yeah, it's just a skill issue. Subscribe to me. Okay, let's see what happens. That's what happens. People become in a sewer of rats. Someone becomes a rat king. But you're still going to be rats in the sewer, right? It's better, friends, to hang out when someone who's a billionaire is trying to become a trillionaire. Yeah, because he doesn't need a dump. You get it? He doesn't need a dump for 10 million. It's nothing. You get it? You don't get it. Yeah, when you're dealing with a pimple-faced kid on Soylana, the kid's dumping for $200. He gets in, he dumps for $200. Literally 1 sol, 2 sol after like 7 seconds. Sometimes even after like 1 second. You know, friends, some people get it, some people don't. But I think I was on the right path with how I believed it. Now, the biggest tragedy of all is if this does play out, like me sitting here, let's say it does work out. What a sad story it would be, because like I could predict someone else coming across it, fading it, becoming cheap, still fading it, breaking the highs, still fading it, letting it go all the way to $1, and then having to write a soy boy crybaby interpretation of what happened in the next bear market. That would be like the saddest story of all, but it would be kind of amazing to witness. It's literally God coming down and like just, he's like, hey, here's a couple of Benjis, take this money. I'm literally trying to put money in your pocket. And you're like, you're doing the matrix dodge on God's hand. God's hand reaches out of the clouds. He's trying to literally just hand you money. And you're like, just matrix dodging him. He's like, dude, I'm trying to literally give you money. Whoa, no. It's kind of funny. That's pretty much, friends, metaphorically, that's exactly what will be happening. So, maybe it's that economist joke all over again, right? Not everyone sees opportunity when they're walking by the street and they see like a $20 bill on the floor. So where to from here? Hopefully we still keep cranking up. As always, is Ethereum going to put a big CME gap? Remember, we're near the all-time high, ready to go. Hopefully double bubble alt season. Like, subscribe, really better, and all. Catch you soon.